Welcome to the Dinky Show. So, do you think politics should be included in your professional page? Should you talk about your personal opinion in politics, whether you be a photographer or a restaurant owner or in business in general, or should that be separate? Welcome to the Dinky Show. This is what I want to talk about today, is about a business that has been going. This has been on my news feeds for a while now because for some reason it just keeps popping up. And it's a local restaurant here in town called Mauricio's Mexican Grill Cantina. And they posted something on their Facebook page of their business page that they were not satisfied, and they called Newsom scum. They said with the new orders of scum, and then they started talking about how and a lot of people backlash. They were angry and appalled and said a lot of rude comments. So I'll post it right here. Is when I'll post what they said. And I got it from my friend because he was like, this is unprofessional. So I want to know you guys' thoughts. Welcome. If you're new to my show, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. So what we're talking about is how professional should a business do you think a business is, and how far can they take it? Because I feel like, do you think a business should be political or should stay out of it? And that's what we're talking about, is professionalism and how a business should act, especially with social media. I feel like, in my opinion, she went a little too far. I feel like that's should have been written on her personal Facebook page, and she should have just said, I am so irritated with whatever these new laws. No, my freaking restaurant or whatever has to go back to outdoor dining. And this is why it's frustrating. This is why and we totally get it. But at the same time, she is getting lashed out. She has over 2,000 comments. People are just constantly just lashing out at her, and she's like, she did respond with, you have no right to lash out at me or my... Well, technically they do. You responded, so they answered your question. You wrote a question, you said a statement, so they're answering your statement and they're putting their opinions. And I feel like when you're a professional and you have a professional business, you need to act professional and set aside your feelings. Whether it's your belief or whatever it is, you have to put this aside and use those for your personal page instead of your professional, and they both have to be separate. That's something that I've learned from my photography class. My professor actually showed us the how many photographers, he goes, fail at this all the time. And it's also goes with marketing. He goes, it will help you in your marketing if you stay away from your personal. You can link them together to promote your work. He goes, but never, ever use your professional page for your personal page. It should always be a separate entity, and I totally agree. And right now, this restaurant owner, she is getting backlash like you won't even believe, and she is getting angry and frustrated that people are backlashing at her. But she has to understand, you technically spoke and said something, and you have to accept the repercussions from speaking, because you have to know how to walk the walk and talk the talk. Now, that's just my opinion, because you're a professional restaurant, a very well-known restaurant here in town that's well off. She owns 3 different places. There's one on the Rosedale area. There was one on the White Lane area, but I think that one shut down. And now there's one going towards Outlet in the Tone outlets. There's one over there. So there was technically 4 at one point, I think. But now I think she only has 3 or 2 opened. But she did have, those restaurants were flourishing, and there are big staple, even though it's a small mom and pop. It's grown pretty well. Um, it's a very well known restaurant here in the Kern County area, and it's grown to where she has more than just 3 places, and that is pretty well an establishment for a restaurant. So technically, to have different 3 locations and thrive, yes, you're doing pretty well, in my opinion. And so my friend posted it, and he was very disappointed with her. And he was like, I am not eating at this restaurant because she believes this way. And she's like, how can someone say something like that? It's rude, it's disrespectful, and it shouldn't be on her Facebook page. So I'm going to show you guys what she wrote word for word, her words, quoted her words, and then show you guys what people are saying, and then her response to the comments that people are saying, and then let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Should it be a separate entity? Was she wrong? Some people are saying she needs a spokesperson. I agree, she does need a spokesperson because she does need to address those feelings in a different way, but I feel like she needs to address them in a way that is sympathetic, because I understand that it's tough as a restaurant owner right now, because you guys, that's how you make your living. And if you can't afford to have people come and sit at your diner, you can't pay your chefs, you can't pay your employees, and you can't even keep your restaurant afloat. How are you going to eat? How are you going to live? So I understand the frustration, but yet I feel like there was a different way of wording things and saying things, and I feel like she does need somebody to help her word and say those things in a different tone. And she should have kept that more on her Facebook page that's personal instead of her business page. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you all who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I am truly, truly grateful to have you guys, and I hope you guys come again and watch again. Bye.